Postcards from Aarhus.
I'd like to raise a toast now, if only to pretend.
Alright, this is probably the most rock song on the record, definitely the least punk. We definitely wanted to bring in like a sort of Joe Jackson-y, Elvis Costello-y vibe. I think what we came out with was actually a little more Bruce Springsteen than we were intending, but hey, screw it, we were having fun. You're still having fun, right? You're still watching this thing 8 days in, who knows? Lyrically, the inspiration for this song came from a time during lockdown when travel restrictions in England and Greece accidentally separated me from my wife for a little while. She was actually in Greece looking after our tiny ginger blind cat who sat on my lap as we speak. Our little blind thing who makes infrequent appearances in these videos and occasionally tries to bite me. Ingrate. So we were separated for about 6 months, during which time I basically stopped sleeping. Yep, I think I talked about that in the Twitch video. Went a little crazy, and it was a lockdown in the UK. We were in the middle of the pandemic, so you couldn't go out unless it was your daily mandated exercise time. And this was not a very good time to be having some sort of minor mental health crisis. So during this time, I was obviously pretty miserable. But I noticed that my neighbour in the block of flats where I live was getting a postcard or two from relatives abroad. And while I was taking them up the stairs to slip them under his front door, I couldn't help sort of fantasizing about what it would be like if I kept the postcards and wrote letters back to these people in these far-flung lands, and sort of lived vicariously through them. So that's what that's all about. I didn't actually steal any postcards. Obviously, I'm not a terrible person. But the song's really about spending time in isolation during lockdown and feeling a bit lonely and a bit sorry for yourself. Musically, I've said we wanted to go a little bit late 70s with this one, a little bit power pop, a little bit Joe Jackson, a little bit Elvis Costello. One of the big things that really came up while we were recording this track was the sort of 3-part harmony towards the end of the song. That's me harmonising with myself. So there are 4 JDs in that bit, which some may say is 4 JDs too many. This all came from an idea that Tim had, that we should try and make it sound more like The Police. Now, I didn't know anything about The Police, having avoided them as a sort of studious punk my entire life when we came around to recording this. But as soon as I heard these words from Tim that we should try to be more Police, I went out and had a bit of a listen to some of their early stuff. And what can I say? I fell in love. Now I'm a huge Police fan. Thanks, Tim. Tomorrow is You Are What You Are.